Brilliant. Well, we've got the Mail now, and it looks like there's finally some pushback against woke ideology. And all it took was wokeists celebrating the rape and murder of civilians, Paul.
Yeah, and this type of subject was discussed a lot today at the Festival of Ideas that we've all been at. So, what irony, the Mail on Sunday says. The deranged defence of Hamas on campuses across the West is fueling a counter-revolution that could finally loosen the stranglehold of wokeism. So, they're saying the radical leftists, who for years have exercised increasing power in our universities, have they finally gone too far? For me, they have gone too far. Yes. Will it be the end of wokeism? No.
But wokeism started in the universities.
I absolutely agree.
Where critical race theory, all these ideas that, led to these ideas of decolonisation, it's just, these have always been sort of sixth form idealistic notions, decolonisation. You don't see them put into reality until Hamas are slaughtering civilians and wokeists are saying, well, what did you think decolonisation meant?
Yes, and that's a good point. But this story in the Mail on Sunday doesn't say that. This is one of those typical Saturday that we got nothing to report, so we'll write some bogus little...
No, this is a real thing. No, it does, because, Hamas, Penn State, between them, they're losing $500 million in funding. That's big money.
The only stuff in this says that really rich people have stopped giving money. Or some of them have stopped. But it didn't say anything what's actually going on campus. It didn't say anything about these young kids.
But, Lewis, everything comes down to money. Everything comes down to money. And so many of these students, like Raina Workman, who's, the head of the student law committee or something at Harvard, so she praised Hamas, and she had a job offer rescinded, and so many of these students have
But that has nothing... That has nothing to do with what's going on campus.
It does.
It has something to do with the boardroom.
Listen, Lewis, so many of these students have come out and said, this is great. The slaughter of civilians is great because it's decolonisation. Then people have turned around and said, we're not giving you funding. We're rescinding our job offers. And then the students have turned around and said, oh, wait, I didn't believe that. And that shows that these ideas are brittle and fragile. They're not firmly believed. Do you think somebody in ISIS, do you think somebody in Hamas would change their mind based on having a job offer rescinded? It's an absolute nonsense. It just shows that all this wokeism is just window dressing. It's just people trying to look good.
Exactly. And for me, just looking at just when I say exactly, I looked at Lewis's face there.
I've given
I don't think so. This proves it's an ideology and not a philosophy. It's not something that somebody is... If you hold a philosophy, you will scrutinise it, you will test it, you will change, you will develop, you will flex with it. When it's an ideology, you start off by saying everyone should be wearing a rainbow lanyard, and by the end of that week, you're saying it's perfectly OK to slice open a pregnant woman and kill the baby inside. Because that's exactly what's happened here. And that's why this has gone too far. Because they've all got on the train and forgotten to get off when things got mental.
That is the slippery slope argument, which sometimes works. But you are wrong, Leo.
I'm not wrong.
No, you are wrong.
I'm shouting at you, but we don't have time for your...
People are going to complain. They're going to say, well, I want to hear what Lewis has to say.
You're wrong. Well, you can put it on Twitter.
He will.
We're restricted by ad breaks and things.